Hello viewers, I'm Roopa Rakshit and you're watching Global Vibes, the show that profiles and celebrates the multicultural community of Thunder Bay. Today, my guest needs no introduction. Dynamic and with deep roots and commitment to the community, Dr. Prashant Jani wears very many hats. Thank you so much, Dr. Jani, for being our guest today.
Thank you, Roopa.
Thank you for your time. I know it must be very, very busy times with the Festival of India, right there. It's just coming up in 3 days' time. So, Dr. Prashant Jani, we just want to know, let's start from the very beginning. When did you come to Thunder Bay?
So I immigrated to Canada in 2001 with my 3-year-old little daughter and my wife. We all landed in Toronto. I worked there in Princess Margaret Hospital, and during that I did my residency training for 3 years, and then I did fellowship there, and after doing that I got a job here at Thunder Bay Regional Health Science Center. So during my residency training there was a job fair and many institutes were there, and Thunder Bay Regional was one of them. So they gave me some incentive to move to Thunder Bay, and the new medical school was starting. So they gave me a good position here as assistant professor. So I thought maybe I will come to Thunder Bay and work here at the hospital for a couple of years and then go back to Toronto because lots of multicultural community members are there. So that was a project of coming here and working for 2 years. But when we came to Thunder Bay, then the schools were very nice for the kids, and the community was very nice. So we decided to stay here for good.
I know, that's how it is, right? You plan for a couple of years and then the community and the place grows on you.
Yeah, Thunder Bay is a really nice place for us.
Yeah, especially for the kids.
Yeah.
And what were the initial days like?
So initial days when we came 2005, not many East Indian community members.
Yeah.
Nowadays you go everywhere, you see a lot of international students and community members, but multicultural community was not as developed as at that time. But it was really good, like wherever we stayed, people were very welcoming and very cooperative. And yeah, when I bought my first house in Thunder Bay, I have never mowed grass in my lifetime.
Never mowed, never.
So never did a lawn mowing, and one of my neighbor came and he did lawn mowing for me. He taught me how to cut the grass and also, and then the first winter with the lots of snow, never saw that much snow any time. But the community in Thunder Bay was very nice, supportive, and always help us out.
That is so wonderful about the community, and they're always out there to help help newcomers, new settlers.
Yes.
And like I said, the place really grows on you.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about your work as a doctor, as a medical doctor.
I accepted the job at Thunder Bay Regional Health Science Center, and I also teach at medical school, first and second year medical students since the charter batch. And then when that work was very well settled down, then we started getting involved with the community contribution like that.
And what exactly is the field of medical profession?
So I do work with the cancer center. We get a lot of cancer specimens to evaluate and to diagnose what type of cancer it is or whether it is a cancer or not. So mainly we are involved with the diagnostics part of the cancer.
The pathology
part of it.
Yeah.
And then our teaching at the medical school is for the first year and second year medical students, the basic science of pathology and diagnostics, and then they also come as a residents also. And there are many students who decide to be a pathologist, and we also guide them.
Guide them, yeah. And so your time is divided between teaching and
clinical part also, and then also we have a research center at the hospital. So I do participate in many research projects as well. So that is a triangular attachment.
That is a lot of work by itself. Yeah. So how did you delve into community work?
So when we came to Thunder Bay, then we felt a little bit isolated when we come from a big city like Toronto, where lots of community members are there, and here like there are not many. So then me and my wife thought that we will do a small community event. So we rented a small auditorium in Boralaskin, and we arranged a show called Yoga of Love show. So we arranged yoga. We invited all the yoga teachers because we are yoga practitioners from the beginning. So we invited few community yoga teachers, and we arranged a yoga event there. So different types of yoga teachers came there, and we also arranged some performers to come from Toronto and perform like a drama and music, and then we cooked some meal for everybody. So that was a small event in the year
That was-
2006 or 7,
Okay.
and we had about 60 people attending the first event. And the next year the attendance grew to about 300 people.
It continued with yoga?
Continued, yeah.
With yoga sessions?
Yeah, yoga sessions. We had a full day yoga show, and it was really nice. A lot of people came. And then we also involved a few international students in town, and we invited the director from Toronto, and he directed a drama and then we had a Ramayan drama. We originally planned it for one-day show, but the show was so much hit that we had to have 3 shows for this drama.
Oh my God,
So
for
it
the mythological
was
play.
Ramayan drama, yeah. So that was how we started, and then the things keep on growing.
Right. And so at the end of the day, what do you feel like when you get involved with such community-based related work?
When you contribute something back, it gives you a feeling of satisfaction that yes, we are able to contribute not only to our life and our family life, but also to the other community members. Because human life has 4 pillars, so one of the pillars is the social community. If the building stands on 4 pillars, one of the pillars is missing, then the whole building collapses.
And by nature, people, we are humans and we are social
We are
creatures.
social animals. So.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit more about your other multitude of community work that you do.
So we started this Yoga of Love event, which grew into Festival of India, because when the attendance grew more than 300 people, then we couldn't accommodate 300 people at Boralaskin. So then we moved our festival to the Marina Park, and we call it as a Festival of India. So Marina Park is the place where hundreds and thousands of people can sit together and watch the event. So from 300, when we moved to Marina Park, we had 1,500 people attending the event. And then that grew up to like in 2009, 2019, before the COVID era, we are about 7,000 people for both the day event. So the event also grew, and then our networking with the community members grew, and like that. So
Looking back, coming at what, 2005, you said, right?
2005,
Five,
we arrived,
and-
and then 2000.
And looking back, there's so much you have achieved, Dr. Jani.
It's all contribution by community members.
On that thought, we'll take a short break, Dr. Jani, and we'll be right back, dear viewers.
Thank you.
Welcome back, viewers. We are talking to Dr. Jani about Festival of India and all his other various cultural interests. So, Dr. Jani, you were talking to us about the Festival of India.
Yeah, so festival we moved from Boralaskin to Marina Park, and the attendance started growing, and from 60 people up to 7,000 people in 2019. And then COVID came, and the festival slowed down a little bit, but we are having again festival this year. Along with the Festival of India, we added another event called Festival of Colors. And Festival of Colors is one of the most popular event, not only in Thunder Bay, but every year we get attendance from Winnipeg, from Duluth, from Terrace Bay, North Bay. People drive from different parts of city to Thunder Bay, and they attend the Festival of Colors event. Entire Canada, there are only 2 cities where Festival of Colors is celebrated.
Oh, really?
And Thunder Bay is one of them.
And wow, you make
Yes.
us proud.
Yes.
That is a very good feeling. I mean, just having this big event in Thunder Bay, and like you said, there are people coming from the region
Yes.
and beyond. Yeah,
They
that's
contribute
wonderful.
a lot. A lot of people help us out for
Yes.
this event. Actually, these
Volunteers.
events are supported by local businesses.
Okay, yeah.
Even Thunder Bay City itself and lot of volunteers. We get about 200 volunteers
Yeah,
every year helping us out with the event, and a lot of contribution for the community members.
Is there anything special that we should look out for this year?
This year we have a special attraction for the kids.
Okay.
We are adding a new attraction, boat festival for the kids.
Oh, wow.
So we have purchased a very big pool, 40 feet long pool, and we have paddle boats for the kids, and kids can do boating along with the. And then we have wonderful entertainers coming from Los Angeles,
Okay.
from Minneapolis, from Winnipeg, from Toronto, and they're going to perform on the stage. And we have a special chef coming and cooking for thousands of people, and chef is visiting us from New York.
Oh, wow.
So, so 2 chefs from New York and 2 from Toronto.
This is a very much an international affair now.
So yeah, so 2 chefs coming from Toronto and 2 from New York. They're going to cook a variety of delicious meal for us,
yeah.
and the volunteers are going to help.
Yeah,
out
of
for
course,
cooking.
yeah.
Yes, yes.
I wish you all the very best, and I'm sure our viewers are going to be there.
Yes,
to the
it's
show.
coming soon on July 16th and
16th and
17th
17th.
at Marina Park. Yeah.
Fantastic. Now, would you like to talk to us about some of your other, Vedic Center?
Yeah, so Vedic Cultural
activities?
Center is a non-profit organization. Me and few volunteers have registered here in Thunder Bay. And our idea is to promote a culture of Vedas, which is from India. And the Vedas believe in harmony, non-violence,
For sure.
spreading the message of peace among the community members. Vedas are the most ancient scripture available on the planet. They were originally in Sanskrit language, but now they have been translated into English language as well. And the Vedas include not only the information about spirituality, but also information about health sciences, like Ayurveda is there. Then there is a whole chapter in the Vedas about cultural or community related contributions.
Okay.
So all those are there in the Vedas. So our Vedic Cultural Center is a spiritual and the wellness center as well. So there we have cultural activities as well as wellness activities.
Is there any programs and projects that you would like to talk to us about?
So with regards to the cultural aspects, now we have this Festival of India and Festival of Colors. Along with that, we do Navratri, Dandiya Festival, which is the 9 nights festival. Now, in addition to Thunder Bay, we have expanded this cultural events into other cities of Northwestern Ontario. So in last 3 years, we have organized the Festival of India in Sudbury, Sault Ste. Marie, Terrace Bay, Fort Francis.
Oh my God, really?
And in addition to Thunder Bay and London, Ontario. So we expanded the festival across the Northwestern Ontario.
Okay.
And recently in the March, we had 2 events in Sudbury and Sault Ste. Marie,
Okay.
just after the COVID.
So this is all during the spring,
yes.
summer?
Yes, so
Okay.
we had organized the Festival of India in 2020 and then 2021, all across the cities.
Oh,
So
fantastic.
we had just, and then coming September also we'll have festival in Sudbury and Sault Ste. Marie and Terrace Bay and Fort Francis.
Fascinating.
So we are spreading the cultural awareness because a lot of immigrants are moving to Northwestern Ontario among under the pilot project. And when these immigrants, they hear about such cultural activities going on different cities,
Yeah,
they feel connected with their roots.
definitely, definitely.
Like we have a lot of international students
Yeah.
who come to Thunder Bay, and when they hear about that there is a big community
Correct.
here which can help them and support them,
Yeah.
it helps them to make that decision
Yeah,
to
of course,
settle
they
down.
would definitely like to be engaged
Yes.
besides their,
Yes.
work or study or any other profession.
Well, when Lakehead University or Confederation College or for matter other colleges or universities across Northwestern Ontario, when they go for marketing their services
Yeah.
in India,
Yeah.
they do mention about Festival of India.
That you won't feel, you will feel very much at home when you're in Thunder Bay,
They
right?
do mention about Vedic Cultural Center, they do mention about the festival. So the Vedic Cultural Center has a lot of emotional support. People feel at home when they come to the center. When you land in Thunder Bay, middle of nowhere, right from India,
Yeah.
you need some sort of support. A lot of students get depression when they come to cities like Thunder Bay.
Yeah, just being
So-
away from home, family, yeah.
So their family members from India, they call us even before their son leaves. They call the center, and we personally receive them at the airport, find their accommodation, food, and try to support them in initial phases. Yeah,
Which
we've
of-
done with a lot of students that.
Where do you find the time, Dr. Jani?
Well,
You have a very, very busy
lots of
medical professional life.
no,
And
lots of volunteers help us out. It's
okay.
not me alone. Lots of people help us out. Like many students, when they are sick or they have some serious problems, they approach the cultural center, and we try to communicate with all the volunteers, and all the volunteers jump and they help us out.
The international students, like you said, there are challenges.
Yes.
You know, how can we, as a community, how can we contribute or help, you know, welcome and make them more settled and feel at home, basically?
Lots of students now coming, especially to Northwestern Ontario, and some of the common things what they may not be aware of is like some of the rules and regulations.
Okay.
And that's why we get a lot of students having trouble with the accidental things happening with the students. Like I've seen quite a few students having motor vehicle accidents or getting serious injuries. You know, so
navigating through, through even the weather, climate, you know,
Yes.
just the terrains. You go for hiking, and you have to
yes.
be proper, you know, wear proper gear and shoes and things
So
like that.
education and making them aware
Yeah.
that they have to take special precautions.
Precautions,
right?
yeah.
So those are the important things, and again, they are here for educational purpose.
Yeah.
So they need some sort of guidance. Probably.
Absolutely. That's where you come in contact and in communication with the international
Yes,
students.
yes.
Dr. Jani, we will take a short break, dear viewers, and we'll be right back and continue our discussions with Dr. Jani. Welcome back, viewers. You're watching Global Vibes, and my guest today is Dr. Jani. Dr. Jani, just before we went for a break, you were talking about a multicultural community. And you work on a daily basis, you know, through your medical profession as well as your community work on a daily basis. You're working with the multicultural community. How do you think they can contribute, or how do you think multicultural communities contribute to a vibrant community?
So when we volunteer for some organization, for example, like volunteering is the best way to contribute to the community
Absolutely.
member.
And if I may add, it's a little, it's a unique concept for us, for many of us who travel
Yes.
from Asia.
Yes.
We do not really volunteer or
Yes.
give time to others. So
Yes.
that's a concept that we learned here in Thunder Bay. I learned in a big way.
Volunteering is the best way, a little bit of donation of your time
Yeah.
or services, or if you do not have time, then donate some money or
Yeah, some resource,
some
yeah.
way or other we can contribute. The
Correct.
idea is that when we volunteer somewhere, it like giving back to the community, and also appreciating the efforts by somebody else, you know, like that.
And it was challenging for you, for us. You know, when you come, you settle,
Yes.
you're somebody's helping you,
Yes.
and just pay it back. Yeah, give
And
it
then
back.
there is a principle of karma in Vedas.
Yes.
If you give, whatever you do, it comes back to you. And every
Correct.
action has equal and opposite reaction.
Reaction, yes.
So if you do good, the good will come back to you for sure. Yes.
And is it really possible for us to avoid multiculturalism? This trend is going to, you know, it's going to be big time in Thunder Bay and in Canada in general.
Demographics are changing, rapidly.
Exactly.
Rapidly.
From your time, from my time.
yeah.
You go to the stores.
No. So, and then the idea is that more immigrants come in, they contribute to the economy and the growth of the city as at large. And that is the very important part, is that more we contribute, like the festivals or events or whatever the community events we do or services we do, it also supports the economy of the town
Absolutely,
and the
yeah.
economy of the region. So it's very important that we contribute somewhere or other.
Dr. Jani, post-COVID, we are all meeting in person. It's you know, it's a very nice feeling. But during the COVID time, we also realized, we all became a little reflective, gave a little pause to our life, and you know, we started thinking about self-care. We started thinking of, you know, how to take care of ourselves, our well-being, personal care as well. What would be your thoughts on how we can, you know, do this work and life balance and looking after ourselves, and of course contributing to community work as well?
So now, as we are all coming out of the rules and regulations and restrictions of all the COVID thing.
Yeah.
But still, we need to take the precautions, and along with that, we continue contributing to the community in whatever the best way possible. And as I said, the pillars of life are the 4 pillars. And if we keep the balance of all the 4 pillars, like a body, we have to keep our health perfect shape so that we can contribute to the community.
Right.
So yoga or meditation or exercises are a very important part, and then the family, and then the community, and then the extended family members looking after that. And then the work-life balance, very important concept is there. People are working very hard, but then balancing the personal life is also very important.
As important as, and that became so evident during the COVID time. Right?
All the doctors, many of the doctors had a lot of stress, especially healthcare workers had a lot of stress
of course.
because of the COVID-related situation. Keeping that in mind, we have started a wellness program. The program is called NovaCare Health and Wellness Program at our center. And the idea of the program is to have interdisciplinary approach for the wellness, which means that physical wellness, mental wellness, spiritual wellness, all, and the work-related wellness. So all are important. So under this program, we have started a pilot project with the cancer wellness services.
Okay.
So in this, we provide interdisciplinary services for the cancer patients.
Okay. And I would add nutrition counseling
yes,
as
so
well.
This program we have developed at our center. This is an 8 weeks long program where the patient registers for the program. This is in collaboration with the Princess Margaret Hospital, where for the 8 weeks, patient comes to our center for 2 hours. And first hour is the physiotherapy component, where a trained physiotherapist will give them a physical training, physical fitness. And then the next 1 hour, each visit, they undergo interdisciplinary training. So dietary counseling, mental health counseling, hypnotherapy, then occupational health counseling, yoga, spiritual counseling. So all those 8 weeks interdisciplinary approach. So idea is that when the cancer patient undergoes this interdisciplinary wellness services for 8 weeks, the chances of relapse of cancer are less than 30%.
Okay.
So this is a program which we recently started at our center, and this is the one of its kind and the only program available in Northwestern Ontario.
Oh, really? In Northwestern Ontario?
Yes, yes.
Fantastic, fantastic. And is there, how does one apply for this kind of a
program? So this
program,
one can register either a walk-in at our center,
right,
and they will be screened. Our physicians will, on-site physician will screen them and see their physical fitness and ability to do the program, or they can be referred by the specialist from the hospital or from the family doctor.
Okay.
So the family doctor or specialist at the hospital will screen them and see if they are fit or not. But these services are not only available for patients, but the patients' relatives, because most of the time, like cancer patients, their family members are more stressed out. So these services we are providing to the patients' family members as well.
That is.
So this is a
really
pilot project, and then we are going to extend these services for the other chronic diseases like diabetes, hypertension, cardiovascular diseases. Interdisciplinary approach is very important. As I said, there are 4 pillars, and each pillar needs to be looked after.
Right.
So many of the time, the cancer patients are looked after by the hospital in terms of their cancer wellness, like a physical wellness, but then cancer is a multidisciplinary disease.
Absolutely, yeah.
It is not just one, but there are many things involved in the cancer etiology as well as treatment part. So that missing link we are trying to support through the Cancer Wellness Project.
Thank you so much for doing what you're doing.
Yes.
Finally, any last words for our viewers on taking care of themselves?
Well, more you take care of your spiritual, mental and physical health, more you can contribute to your family and society. If one of those links are weak, then all links are weak.
And with a positive spirit. Always being positive attitude.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Dr. Jani, for all your insights, wisdom, and your leadership, your community leadership. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we wish you all the very best.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, viewers, for being with us on this edition of Global Wives. Till we meet again, like Dr. Jani said, take care of yourself. Thank you.